Outer World 2's greatest subversive move is denying you the comfort of siding with the good guys. Now, while Obsidian has previously mastered the art of complex factions, there have always been a truly evil option. Like, I'm no fan of the NCR or Mr. House, but they're a hell of a lot more moral than Kaiser's Legion. Outer Worlds 2 still has that truly evil faction within the Protectorate, but you're denied the option of joining them, leaving you to choose a greyer allegiance. In fact, I'd argue the game justifies why joining the Protectorate could never thematically work, because your background is set in stone as an Earth Directorate agent. You're an outsider from a government that the Protectorate views as a failed experiment in planetary colonization, and their entire ideology centers around collective unity under the Sovereign. So accepting a foreign agent, even if they're a willing traitor, would undermine their propaganda about self-sufficiency and cultural purity. It also demonstrates that the player isn't in some power fantasy Elder Scrolls world where you become the leader of every faction and can influence their ideology. It shows that they're a cog in the machine of the various ideologies they dabble in, and that said ideologies are just fundamentally incompatible with player agency, and the game won't pretend otherwise just to offer mechanical variety. The warring factions of Arcadia make the game feel purposefully hollow. Even though your decisions shape the future of Arcadia, they refuse to give you a sense of triumph, as you're just swapping control from one oppressive faction to another. If Auntie's Choice takes Westport from the Protectorate, you don't see joyous citizens celebrating their liberation, you see confused residents trying to navigate their new corporate hierarchies, whilst former authority figures are executed or refreshed into compliance. The game's ending slides reinforce this brutally. There's no combination of alignment that produces a permanently stable Arcadia, and so the central philosophical question driving the game becomes whether lesser evil logic is meaningful when operating exclusively within systems designed to produce harm. You can't pick the faction that best aligns with your values unless you're an utter psychopath, and you can't abstain, you must collaborate with at least one faction in order to finish the main quest. And the game's refusal to let you create lasting positive change is intentionally discomforting. Instead, it asks you to sit with the knowledge that operating within these systems makes you complicit in perpetuating them, and that inability to walk away feeling righteous is the entire point of the game's moral architecture. Please consider subscribing,